What is the meaning of the term Great Renunciation? One who readies Nirvana can surely have no self left. If this is the case, how can there be any self-denial? Bertram Keightley's response to this question, published in the Vahan in 1903. What is really meant by the Great Renunciation can only be dimly shadowed forth for us by those who possess the deepest insight into real knowledge. But as a very humble contribution to at least some preliminary clearing up of what the question itself means, I may perhaps venture to point out that, like the corresponding word mukti, the term nirvana is used in a variety of senses and with very different implications. For instance, if we take nirvana in the sense here used as implying the perfect, complete, absolute union of the individual with the logos, such that no faintest, most remote shadow of difference remains between his will and that of the individual, then obviously there can be no renunciation whatever, simply because, since my will is absolutely one with his, there remains nothing to renounce. But if we take nirvana in the sense of a cosmic plane of consciousness, and the attainment of nirvana as meaning the establishment of consciousness on a certain most exalted, spiritual level, which can be and is attained as the result of evolution, as, for instance, in some of our books it is said that our present evolution is fivefold and that the highest plane concerned with that evolution is the Evaic, then obviously the above does not apply, and we find such statements as those of the Secret Doctrine, which speaks of evies from other systems being brought again into manifestation under the karmic law in connection with their own evolution, as exercising choice and self-will, as acting in opposition to the law, and, in consequence, falling under karmic penalties. Objection may perhaps be taken to my using the word obviously above. But I think myself warranted in employing it by the facts, that on the one hand the whole range of the older Buddhist scriptures invariably speak of nirvana as a place of no return, a condition from which there can be no compulsory return to manifestation or birth in any region of the manifested universe, while on the other hand there stands the unanimous and concurrent testimony of the Hindu scriptures and their most revered expounders to the effect that perfect or complete mukti from which there can be no compulsory return can never under any circumstances be attained as the result of karma or action, or, in other words, as the outcome of evolution through whatever unimaginable sequence of systems and universes we regard that evolution as having been carried on, or whatever the stupendous heights of glory and knowledge which the jiva may have attained in the course of that evolution. As to the solution of these problems, it does not seem to me that we are in any position to give even an approximately definite answer, nor do I think it likely that we shall be so. For anything like a full solution must, it would seem almost certain, involve the mysteries of the higher initiations. But one point may perhaps be touched upon again, to which brief reference has already been made. It is that such solution as we really need for our practical guidance would seem to lie in the identification of the individual will with the divine will, or to put the same thing in another form, in the elimination from the individual will of that element of self-seeking which is the essence of separativity. For, on its practical side, the attainment of nirvana or mukti is always connected essentially with the final putting an end to pain or complete escape from suffering. And we can, I think, see, even here and now, that once the individual will has ceased utterly to seek aught for itself, or to move otherwise than as it is prompted by the divine will which forms its innermost heart, then the individual as such must have passed beyond the pairs of opposites, and have finally entered into that perfect peace, for which all conditions, whether of manifestation or withdrawal, are alike.